Hi, this is Mike Arnapol from MA Soundworks. This is our first time here at Music Mess, and I design and build loudspeakers specifically for bass players, but now they're being used. I designed a speaker for bass. They're using them as studio monitors in Nashville or high-end PA speakers. But my concept is why should bass players have to deal with a sound quality that is any lesser than any of these fantastic studio monitors, high-end PA speakers? There's no reason. So I was approaching building a loudspeaker. I found out about this new technology called the manipulated Vortex system. What it actually does, this speaker uses a 12-inch woofer, two 5-inch mid-ranges, and a compression driver firing in the back. All of my drivers are custom drivers that I work with the engineers to design. And what's unique about this system is it's not a ported system, it's not a horn-loaded system, it's not a folded horn. We call it virtual Labyrinth. And what it does, I'm able to harness the entirety of the rear wave of the speaker, all the way up from 39 hertz, the low end of the speaker, to 4 kilohertz. You know, like, typically if you see a transmission line, bass reflex, only the lowest octave is reinforced. With here I have almost the entire range, and there's a series of chambers that goes through in here that enables the sound to mimic that of a long transmission line. So I'm able to literally get 39 hertz, 4 kilohertz just coming out of the port. So when I combine with the front of the speaker, it's actually twice the volume of this speaker. This 112 will beat any 212 on the planet in terms of dynamic level, low end extension.
So is it phase coherent from low end to higher?
Yes, and I'll explain how that occurs. So we're taking the rear wave of the speaker. So what do you do to get it back in phase and back in time with what's coming out the front? And that's part of the design of the chambers in here. It goes through different chambers, and the last chamber realigns it in time and phase. So, and also due to new technology and inductors, I'm able to use a passive crossover here and cross this over at a much lower point so that I have the woofer functioning at its optimum point. I have the mid-ranges functioning at their optimum point, crossed over at 500 hertz. There's a complete separate enclosure for the top, which again manipulates this, comes out here, so I get twice the output of these. Firing from the back is a compression driver, a horn compression driver, which fires out the sides. Okay, now here's the it's not really science fiction portion of it, is that the rear and front actually combine about this far in front of the speaker. And after they combine, the velocity of the sound coming out here combines with this, and it spits it out in every direction. And what I've had bass players doing the entire time is taking a 25-foot cord, walking around the booth, walking out in the hall, and everybody's freaking out that the sound does not change very much. The volume level drops off way less than any other speakers. And also, this speaker, since it's not a reflex speaker, the woofer is never unloaded. So down to a low B, I'm able to have complete control with this speaker. So not only does it have the lowest extension, it has the tightest focus of any speaker out there. And then working extensively with crossover design, we went absolutely crazy to that. A lot of guys here that are very tech savvy say they can't hear the crossover point. In most speakers, I can hear where it crosses over. But with these, I worked so hard so that it's very seamless, you know, from the bottom to the top. So now a bass player has a speaker that is loud enough for any gig, decent enough size, more low-end extension, and just an overall better hi-fi sound. And that's what I was shooting for.
So 2 models available?
There are many models available. This series, which won the Best in Show at the NAMM show last year from Bass Gear magazine, is called my Bodai series. And this is one where I literally have separate mid-range enclosures and woofers. There's a 10, a 12, and a 15. And then I have other speakers that utilize the exact same technology, but different combination of mid-ranges. So my little 6-inch speakers down here, one of those will go as loud or louder than any single 10. This one has a built-in 700 watt Class D amplifier. A lot of double bass players are getting this one because they use a preamplifier and they go directly into the speaker, and I have a backpack made for the speaker to carry around. So
That's cool. So where should we go for more information? Website?
yeah, website is real good. Or my Facebook page is also really good. Also on the TalkBass forum on the internet, these guys are the biggest geeks in the world, and there's so much more information that I don't even think about that these guys put out there. So yeah, my website, masoundworks.com, my Facebook page for Michael Arnapol Soundworks, or like I say on TalkBass, there's just tons of nerdy bass discussion going on. So
Excellent. Many thanks.
thank you too. Pleasure.